Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host.
All right, what's going on, my beautiful people? This is ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator, back here with the new Black Wall Street, your book club, your virtual book club on the night shift. We're going to be going through the execution pipeline. It is the book to help you, your step-by-step guide for moving your business idea from dream to reality. So thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Now we got a couple of things going on here, and we'll be going through this. We're moving on to the new chapter, which is shaping a long-term vision. So hopefully you guys are going to be bringing your notes tonight, but while you guys are chiming in and coming into the room or coming into our live feed, let me go ahead and do my quick announcements here. Of course, this episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, True Detergent. Black-owned and manufactured right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep. Give us a call at 678-851-2400. That's 678-851-2400. This is True Detergent, 101 ounce bottle, $15. I mean, it's 15 cents per wash. It's 15 cents per wash. Here's the deal, guys. You're going to wash your clothes anyway. Why not go ahead and do what we say and go ahead and practice your group economics and circulating your dollar right back into the black community by using a black-owned product. True Detergent, make the switch. Now, True is actually having an expansion drive. I'm going to give you guys an update on that right now as we speak. We currently have 232 donors. Thank you. We're making progress. We're at almost $14,000. We still got $86,000 left to go. So I need you guys to go ahead and do your donations, spread the word, help True Products with their expansion. Of course, they're looking to bring detergent, the clear detergent, which is going to be a fragrance-free, dye-free detergent. That's what we asked for. And also looking to bring the fabric softener. So we're doing a good job. We got 25 days left. And again, I know that we can do this. I just believe in the village. I don't know why I'm so crazy insane to think that, but I believe in the village. And if you believe in the village, then you too will make your donation, but then also share and get other people as well. Talk to your big money people, whoever, because at the end of the day, guys, at some point in time, not only do we have the opportunity to donate to make this campaign become fruition, but we also have the obligation. We can no longer be the people that just keeps talking about our problems, talking about gentrification, talking about all these different things, and we have an opportunity to support a company that can help solve some of those problems by bringing money to our community. Then we need to do that. I also have something coming up called Finance Your Own Freedom. Maybe you're an individual saying, hey, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of my boss. You want to learn how to fire your boss. That's right. That's what I said. Fire your boss. That means you actually you have to actually put a plan in place. Everybody put in the comments below exit strategy. You need to put an exit strategy in place. And so what I'm going to do as part of my contribution to Black History Month, I want to help you say history, put your job in your history. That's right. Put it in your rear view. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to share with you the blueprint. That's right. I have a blueprint. I'm going to share with you that blueprint. I'm going to actually help you to develop your blueprint. That's going to be your blueprint to firing your own boss, creating your exit strategy, and also learning how to create multiple streams of income for yourself so you can sustain yourself while you're in transition to being your own boss. And of course, we're talking tonight about being your own boss, about starting your own business, about taking the things that's in your head and bringing them into reality. That's why we started this book here called Execution Pipeline. And then the last thing I wanted to let you guys know about, we got a game coming up. That's right, we got a game coming up. Everybody say game. We got a game coming up. And that game is going to be the fantasy stock market. So this is going to be an opportunity for you guys. Number one, to join in with us. We meet weekly. Every Wednesday we meet to go through the Dow 30. That's going to be the 30 most significant stocks in America. That's going to be companies like Nike, Apple, Walmart, Disney. And we're going through and comparing them and seeing which ones we like, which ones we don't. We're comparing them side by side. So we're going to be meeting on this Wednesday. But the game is going to be where after we go through these, starting in March, we're going to have a competition on who can create the best portfolio out of the companies in the Dow. So if you're saying, hey, I want to get started, I want to learn, and I want to have a little fun along the way and a little competition, well, you got a couple different opportunities to start to get into the game. Got a couple opportunities to get into the game where you can actually learn in a fun, what we call edutainment, right? You're going to be learning about the stock market, but you're going to be playing the game as well. So it's really, you win no matter what because you're winning in education. And how many of you guys know that education is far more valuable than any type of money that you ever get? Why? Because you can lose money, but they can't take your education away. So once you begin to learn that, that's going to be an option for you as well. So if you are in Club Millie, of course, you're invited for free. If you're not in Club Millie, you need to go ahead and make that payment. You need to go ahead and pay for your spot. But you can always decide that you want to join Club Millie in point in time. And if you can, Anthony, if you can put the information into for Club Millie or a website or something like that, I can put that in. But you know, you go to the website, learn everything you need to know about Club Millie. We're helping 1,000 people save and invest $1,000. That's right. New Black Wall Street. That's what we do. So if you're here tonight and you are representing Club Millie, go ahead and put in the comments below hashtag Club Millie. If you are a Club Millie member and you're representing tonight, go ahead and put in the comments below hashtag Club Millie, baby. That's what we do. Rep your city. So that's the deal. All right. Let me turn this off because all right. So here's the deal, guys. In case you guys don't know what we're doing tonight, maybe your first time here. You know, of course, it can't be your first time. You're coming back, right? But maybe this is your first time. We are actually going to be going through, thank you so much, sir. We're going to be going through the execution pipeline. My goal here is to help you if you're in a position where you're an entrepreneur, which means that you want to start your own business, or you're an entrepreneur saying that, hey, I have a business, but I want to extract a new idea. I want to add a service or a product to what it is that I already do. Well, this is going to help you to strategically walk through the process of making of formulating this thing or creating this thing for the long term. So I do business coaching, but what I find is that sometimes it's easier to coach a group, especially using a book like this where I can do it for free versus charging you so much to have my one-on-one time. So this is just my way of trying to give to you guys some things that have helped me to establish my business. And I'm hoping that it will help you as well. So if this is your first time, you need to have your notes. What we are doing, we're using this thing called social media and doing what most people just will not do, and that's educate one another. That's empower one another. So if you want to get something out of tonight, you need to make sure you have some notes because it's going to be note-taking time. And as Kevin Hart says, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. All right, so last time we met, guys, we talked about measuring the concept value, and I just go over those last few things we talked about. We went over to providing a unique strategy. Everybody put in the comments below, provide a unique strategy. You want to provide a unique strategy, and the critical thinking question you want to ask yourself was, how will you deliver a unique benefit to the world around you? And then also the next thing you want to do, you want to ensure concept propriety. In other words, you want to protect your stuff. And so that question that you wanted to look into possible copywriting, trademarks, patents, things like that. Because many of us have ideas, but we don't protect our ideas. And so if you protect your ideas, if somebody uses your ideas, legally they have to pay you or they get sued, whatever you want to call it. All right. And the questions you want to ask yourself there was, is your concept proprietary? Like, is what you're doing proprietary? So, of course, you want to write in the comments below as well, ensure concept propriety. That's P-R-O-P-R-I-E-T-Y. Ensure concept propriety. And then 14, we went over the 14th step was you wanted to educate your audience. Now, I didn't really like this chapter too much because it didn't really talk a whole bunch about educating your audience, but nonetheless, it was in the book, Educate Your Audience. And you want to write that in, and then the question or the critical thinking question you want to ask when we got to the end of that chapter or that step was, how much will you have to educate your target audience? So we're moving on from measuring the concept value, and we're moving into shaping a long-term vision. Everybody go ahead and put that in the comments below, shaping a long-term vision. All right. So throughout your journey or throughout this journey, your venture will have two withstanding guides, a vision statement and a mission statement. Although the two sound similar, they have important distinctions. Your mission statement reflects your current state, while your vision captures your company's overarching focus for the future. Again, your mission statement reflects your current state. Your vision statement captures your company's overarching focus for the future. One way to think about this difference is to imagine the vision as a journey and the mission as the good old Facebook. Here's old Facebook Live, baby. Come on back. Give me my connection back. Oh, there we go. I want to go back to my connection. All right, there we go. All right, so one way to think about this difference is to imagine the vision as a journey and the mission as the various paths you take to make the journey. Mission statements often have attainable goals and can change over time. Vision statements, on the other hand, will generally persist in the same form. The vision forms the core of your venture, a reminder of what your company or concept is about. So you see how we are going through this, and we're talking about we have measured our concept value. Now we're starting to put together our vision. The book that I'm going through again is The Execution Pipeline. It's by Anthony Flynn, a black author, and you can find the book on www.ergj.net, and you scroll down to the recommended read section where you can find many of the books that we have gone over during our virtual book club. All right, so the vision forms the core of your venture, a reminder of what your company or concept is about. Now, how many of you guys have worked for companies who seem to have forgotten what their vision is? They get to work maybe 5 years down the road, 4 years, 10 years down the road, and all of a sudden they've gotten away from their initial vision, what they were all about from the concept. You want to make sure that your vision statement is clear, and it's really your guide on what your guiding principles almost. Like this is what we are about. So we're going to be going through how you can actually form that. That's what this whole section is about. Another way to think about it is that your vision statement represents your being, while your mission statement represents your doing. Everybody put in the comments below. Vision statement equals being. Mission statement equals doing. Ms. Wanda Fields, I think you sent a message to us. Matter of fact, let me go and make that announcement. If you are interested in the True Investment Session, we just opened up 5 slots for those who are interested. We were sold out, but because of the good graces of your good boy ERGJ, I found a way to get us 5 more slots. So I don't want to. We're still gonna leave some people out because people still gonna sleep. They're gonna be like, what happened? You know, it's just always moving slow. No matter what you do, they just can't seem to act when you put something out. But I'm going to go ahead and put that in the comments below. So I think, Wanda, you were one of them, so that you can actually sign up if you want to come to the session. I think I saw your message on our site. So again, there are 5 slots open. Go. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, if you snooze, you lose. That's my philosophy. Procrastination pays or costs. All right. For more concrete illustration of this difference, imagine a person arriving in New York City for the first time to explore the city in just 3 days. He lands at JFK and discovers he's forgotten to arrange for transportation. He knows his vision to see as much of the city as possible in 3 days. However, to achieve this, he has to develop a plan, also known as his mission. All right. So he knows his vision. He knows where he wants to go. He knows what he wants to do, but now he has to figure out how he's going to do it, and that is actually his mission or his plan. A mission statement for this scenario might be to utilize 3 modes of transportation in order to experience various cultural elements of New York City. Once our imaginary tourist has established this general plan, he can begin to fill in the details, choosing which modes of transportation to use, which cultural elements to see, etc. These details form the tourist's strategy. Everybody put in the comments below, strategy. These details form the tourist strategy, which we'll discuss more in later chapters. All right. So as you can see, what is that? What is this, Ms. Jackman? What is this? Oh. All right. Let me evade my stream here. As you can see, the parts are interconnected. The vision provides a framework for the mission. The mission provides a framework for the strategy. Let me say that again. The vision, it provides the framework for the mission. And the mission provides the framework for the strategy. The strategy influences the implementation. The implementation produces the results. And the results point you to your ROI, or your return on investment, as a business or impact as a nonprofit organization. So again, what we're going through is no matter whether you are for-profit or nonprofit, you're still a business. And so we're walking you through how you can form those and the things you need to consider as you are actually creating a legitimate business, right? When I say legitimate business, do we need to talk about what that is? Because a legitimate business has a lot of elements to it that many of us think that, oh, okay, well, I signed with such and such, and I'm now a business owner, but I'm not going through the process of actually establishing a legitimate business. I just have something that I can sell. I have some people that I can recruit, but I still don't understand business. So you don't have a legitimate Business, you actually can do business, but you don't have a legitimate business because you don't understand business. Make sense? So there's more to business than just sales and marketing, or marketing and recruiting, whatever you want to say. There's more to it than that if you want to establish a legitimate business, right? And so what I learned from my mentors is if I take care of the infrastructure, if I take care of the tedious stuff in the beginning, formulate my plan, get my vision together, get my mission statement, basically putting together a business plan, which most people don't want to do, then it's going to be so much easier as I travel along the road, right? Because I got a roadmap. I know where I want to go. And I'm figuring out how I can get there along the way, but I know where I want to go, right? So let me repeat that again. The parts are interconnected. The vision provides the framework for the mission, all right? The mission provides the framework for the strategy. The strategy influences your implementation. Implementation, it produces your results. And the results point you to your return on investment. How many of you guys know that you do the work to have a return? Like there's profit in all labor. So there should be a return on your investment of time, energy, and resources from your business. What's going on, Esther? How are you? Lakeisha, thanks so much for tuning in. Did I say my hellos to everybody? Jacqueline, thanks so much for tuning in as well. How are you? Mr. Darren's in the building. You know what? I'm just going. KT Washington in the building. What I'm talking about, Miss Fields. What's going on? Miss Kenny. Mr. Joe, Mr. X himself, Mr. Gordon Celeste is always tuning in. That's what I'm talking about. Miss Angela Alexander, I don't know if you're still here or not, but thanks so much for tuning in as well. Kelvin is in the building. Club Millie is representing hard. All right. T-Bone. That's what I'm talking about. So now that we can differentiate between the mission statements and the vision statements, let's look at how you can shape your own statements in this section. We'll focus on creating an effective vision statement. Everybody put in the comments below, vision statement. Now, we've kind of gone through an introduction. Now, again, I'm hoping that you have your notes because we're about to dive in. we're gonna come on in. The water's just fine. So number 15. All right, you guys writing this down. I hope you've been taking notes. If you've missed a couple of episodes, that's okay. Just go back. You can go to my YouTube channel. Maybe I can put that down here somewhere or whatever and catch up on the YouTube if you need to do that. All right, identify your long-term goals. Everybody put that in the comments below. Number 15, identify your long-term goals. All right, vision statement. Vision, not business, vision. All right, so think about how you want to end, how you want the end of your venture to look and how you want people to remember it. If you have 5 minutes to tell the world what your business will accomplish long-term, what would you say? That's the question I have for you right now. If you have 5 minutes or 5 seconds, whatever, to tell the world what your business will accomplish long-term, what would you say? Now, there are some of you guys who can answer that question right now. And if you can, go ahead and just type that in the comments below. There may be others who actually need to write this in your notes because this is a question that you want to answer. And this is the reason why we have homework. We have notes, right? If you have 5 minutes to tell the world what your business will accomplish long-term, what would you say? What would you like to say? What would you say? Again, we got business owners here. We got multi-level marketers here. We got all types of people here today. Non-profit organizations, people who start non-profits, people who do real estate, whatever. So it's like you might have a whole bunch of businesses, but any one of them or whatever it is that you're working on, whatever reason you're here today, as you're looking to advance in your business or advance as to become an entrepreneur, as you think about your business or this concept that you have and your long-term goals, what would you like to accomplish? What are your long-term goals? Change the way the world connects. That's interesting. So it sounds like to me you have a concept that has something to do with maybe social media, something to do with some type of telecommunications. Change the world the way it connects. Fiber optics, virtual reality. Let me know when I'm getting warm. Change the way the world connects. All right, so anybody else? Your long-term goals. In 5 minutes, you tell the world what your business would like to accomplish. What would you like to say? So we got one. Anybody else? So for me, as a certified financial educator, as a man that bringing investment education to. Yeah, what are your long-term goals? What are my long-term goals? Yeah, I'm getting warm. Okay. So as a financial educator and as a man that's looking to bring, my company's looking to bring investment education to the urban investment education to the whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Investment education to the urban population. So one of my long-term goals is I want to establish investment clubs in all of the lower income communities. I want to move them from going to the nightclub to going to an investment club. So that's one of my long-term goals, is to eventually create these clubs in all these different subpopulations of the world. Atlanta, Georgia, Detroit, Chicago, and give them, they have chess clubs, they have debate clubs. I want to bring investment clubs to our young brothers and sisters so they can learn this thing called money and learn about the stock market, the economics, and politics. So that's one of my long-term goals. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Y'all writing it down? Y'all taking notes? Y'all identifying them? That's cool. I know y'all. Hey, y'all gonna learn today. This is what we do. So good. So I'm assuming that you guys are thinking, or you're writing it down or whatever. So your concept will change during the journey. Make you want some wisdom. Yes. Excellent. Y'all ain't gonna participate. You want your long-term goals to make you want some wisdom? Make someone want some wisdom, or are you talking particularly to me? You want to make me want some? All right, your concept will change during the journey. And let me go back. All right, so let's talk about long-term goals for example. Everybody put in the comments below SMART. Because when we set goals, and even I just did it, right? We want to make sure that we set SMART goals. All right, we want to make sure that they're specific. Right? We want to make sure that they're specific, that they're measurable. So, like when I say I want to establish investment clubs throughout all of the different throughout all of the urban population, I need to be more measurable. Because how many, right? So that means I need to do a little bit more research. How many different cities do I want to be in? I named a few, but I need to even be a little bit more measurable so that I can say, okay, now if I'm not measurable, right? If I'm not specific and measurable, how will I know when I've accomplished my goal? If I just want to, if it was 2 enough, was 5 enough, was 10 enough, like how many different cities? So now I got to go to a map. I got to figure out where are the biggest, lowest, the lowest income and big and highest concentrated populations of black people, and I got to figure out where those cities are. And then I can say, okay, I want this, I want to go here, 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 and then boom, I can count those. I say that's measurable. I want to do 15, right? So now I can say, okay, now I got 1, I'm working on 2, I'm working on 3, and now I can get to 15. Now I can measure my goal, right? But if I didn't say that, like I didn't say that, right? I'm checking myself. I didn't even say that. So I didn't have a SMART goal. I had a pseudo SMART goal. But if I measure it, then if I put a number on it, then I can know how my progress. Everybody put in the comments below progress. I can track my progress. So you want to be specific, measurable, attainable, meaning that there's some things that might not be attainable depending on your skill set. I mean, there's nothing that's impossible, but we're talking about being attainable, that it'll make sense that you can actually reach this goal within a certain amount of time. You want it to be realistic as well, and you want it to be timely. You want to set a time frame on it. So when I say, okay, I know my long-term goal is 15, and I know that 15 is 5 years from now, right? So now I have something that's measurable. I got a time frame for when I want to do it. I can track my progress. It's realistic because I've already started 1. I've done my research on where these different cities are, so I know where I want to plant my flag. So it's a SMART goal, right? But when you say, and I'm not taking anybody, so somebody said, I want to change the way the world connects. Well, change the way the world connects. How do you measure that? How do you, and maybe you want to be a little secret with your goal. I'm not quite sure, but how do you really measure that? How do you know when you've done that? There's nothing around change the world connects. I mean, if you add an app, did that change the way the world connects? I mean, so be a little bit more specific, get more detailed in your goal, set a SMART goal, not a long-term goal, not just a goal, not just set something that's smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. All right. You want to put a stamp on that thing. All right. You just want to change the world, but yeah, but how? You got to, you know what I mean? Every day you wake up and you say hello to somebody, you put a smile on their face, you're changing the world. So how do you want to change the world? You got to be a little bit more specific. When you say you want to make people gain wisdom, how do you know when they gain wisdom? How do you measure that? How do you know what I'm saying? What do you want to implement in order to, are you going to teach them wisdom? And if so, how do you track whether they have gained it? Is there some type of test, or is there some type of tracking measure? And this is very good, especially if you're a nonprofit. You're trying to build a nonprofit, because it's all about results and how your program has actually benefited, how they've taken to your program, which is going to help you get more money for your program next time you do it. So you got to have some type of tracking system, some type of measurement process in whatever it is that you're trying to build. It's really for any business. How do you know how you're progressing if you don't have something tracking? You don't have any measurements, right? That's kind of what it is. Okay, I want to make $1 million of assets before I'm 30. Fantastic. Right. So you know exactly your time, your time frame, how the amount that you're looking to do, and you're very specific on your target. Fantastic. All right. So your concept will change during the journey, and your desired ending will probably change with it. Through it all, however, you should maintain a consistent, overarching vision. One of the greatest examples of a withstanding vision is the "I Have a Dream" speech by Martin Luther King, delivered. And so even we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when this happens, and when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day that when all God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at last. King's journey to fulfill his dream took many undesirable turns that forced him to change the plan's finer details. Yet the dream became a reality. Despite the detours, King remained loyal to his vision and obtained his desired end. Think about your dream and the impact you want to make on the world long term. Think about your dream and the impact you want to make on the world long term. Begin writing down your thoughts so that you can use them when you finalize your vision statement. So Sean said one long-term goal in mine is to provide clinical, individual, and group counseling to middle school and high school students in East Orange, New Jersey, starting in 2017, 2018. Fantastic. So let me ask you this, Ms. Shauna. In 2000 and 2018, that's just getting started. What about how many sessions or schools would you like to have a contract with by the end of 2018? I think that you got to get a contract, whatever, that's your verbiage, but you want to be able to establish them. That's getting started. But by the end of 2018, you want to have how many locked down? These are your clients or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because we can get started, right? But then, that's great to get started. But what if you say, okay, well, by the end of this year, 2018, whatever time frame I started, my goal is to have 5 schools. You see what I'm saying? Now you can say, okay, well, I got started. I got 1. I got 2. We didn't quite get to 5, but we made 40%. We made 40% progress. Okay, you want to be contracted with the district? Okay, cool. So you see how that kind of just, okay, even more specific, drilling it down even more, getting even more. I want to be contracted with the district. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So all schools locked down. So the only final part I would add to that is how many schools. I know all how many, right? Because then you can start knocking them down. Okay, we got this. It's 49 schools in the district. We got 15, working on 16, working on 17. Let's go, boys. Working on, got the first one. The first is locked down. We got the first one out the way. All right, here come number 2. Here come number 3. We make so when we say, right, that we have a goal of $100,000 and we need to have that done by March 18th, saying we got 25 days to go, and we got 232 backers, and we're up to $14,000. We're making progress, and we get more people to make some donations and help this true brand get off the ground, get their next product. So we're making progress. So this is a smart goal. This Kickstarter campaign is a smart goal. We know our projected end. We know how long we got to get there. We know where we are, right? So I know where I am. I know where I want to go, and I know how far I've gone. But I also know how far I've got to go. That's how you track progress. Again, I want you to put in the comments below progress. I just love that word. Don't you like that word? I love that word, progress. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, there's 7. So you already got 1, and there's 7. You got 2 years to do it. Oh my goodness, man, you're gonna blow that out the water. You're gonna have that done by the end of the year. I thought we're gonna have to get I want you to get 2 districts. I'm putting the pressure on you. I want your company to get 2 districts by the end of 2018. Can I hold that? Can I put that pressure on you? Huh? I want your company to get 2 districts by the end of 2018. Can I put that pressure on you? Can I put that pressure on your power team? Or that's just is that realistic? Is that attainable? You let me know. Cause I'm gonna do a virtual secret shake with you if it's good. By 2025, you want all urban. How many? Do you know how many that is? Oh, this is fun. I'm having a good time. Do y'all see who we connected to? We connected to some people that want to change some stuff. We connected to some people that want to make a difference. We connected to people that want to make an impact in our community. All right, so 220. Yeah, man, woo. It's not as realistic. Oh, it's not. Oh man, I was getting pumped. Simmer down. All right. Okay, if it's not realistic, okay. All right. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Working with the government. I know how it is. All right, cool. So by 2025, you want all the urban schools in Essex. All right. And do you know how many urban schools are in Essex? I imagine that you do, because you a woman you a woman that's done your research. You knew you was gonna get. You know I was gonna grill you today. All right. So here's the deal, guys. You want to identify your long-term goals and your critical thinking questions, especially for those that are still like, okay, I see where we're going with this. I ain't quite got it yet, but I got my notes. And I'm going to have this stuff by the time we come back tomorrow. You know, I'm going to be ready to move forward. So your question you want to answer here is, what are you trying to accomplish long-term? What are you trying to accomplish long-term? Yeah, I know. That's why I said the government. I know it's a bureaucracy. Getting this, you got one. That's a phenomenal. But yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. What are you trying to accomplish long-term? So that's the question that you have for your notes, guys. That's the question you want to think about, mull over tonight, get some answers, go to bed with this thing. You know what I mean? Go to your dreams with this thing. Man, what do I really want to accomplish long-term with this concept that I got? It's been sitting in my head for so long, but I never have put a plan around it. And now I got the opportunity to put a plan around it, and I can make this thing happen if I just follow some steps. Do you got your notes? Are you writing it down? Are you writing down your thoughts? Are you going to dream about this thing tonight? And again, I say this all the time. Once you get to this place where you are a dreamer and you got this imagination, TV TV is why would I watch TV when I got my own TV right here? Why am I going to pay attention to that when I could be putting my plan together? Why am I going to waste my time doing that when I got a dream? My dream has become my television. And I'm telling you, once your dream becomes your television, oh my goodness, you are well on your way. Well on your way. All right, so number 16, Bruce Lee. Why? It's like water. Number 16, guys. Number 16, you guys ready? You guys ready? Got your notes? Got your notes? Y'all taking notes? Hey, y'all taking notes? All right. Clarify the core of your long-term vision. You want to clarify the core of your long-term vision. So everybody put in the comments below, clarify the core. CTC, clarify the core. That's what I'm talking about. My dreams have become my television. And we're going to say tell a vision because my dreams tell me a vision. You need integrity when defining the core of your vision. In this case, integrity means full devotion to your implementation plan. If you proclaim a vision publicly and fail to follow through, you can create a whole slew of unnecessary troubles for yourself. You want to have a clear vision before you go public. You want to have a clear vision before you go public. You want to have a clear vision before you go public. The last thing you want to do is proclaim one thing to the world, begin building your framework off that proclamation, and then realize you intended something else. While you can and will likely have to make adjustments along the way, keep within the guardrails you set with your vision statement. Many of the greatest concepts never come to fruition because the implementers lose sight of the venture's core, and the project loses structure as a result. Many of the greatest concepts never come to fruition because the implementers lose sight of the venture's core, and the project loses structure as a result. To avoid derailing, you'll need to determine your end desire. This clarity becomes your guide through every decision, from employment decisions to growth strategy. How many guys understand what we're saying here? Your vision, your core, the core of your business, the crux of your business of this as an entity, it's going to drive the decisions that you make, right? You're not going to flip and flop to and fro. What you're going to say is, okay, this right here is my vision. This is the Bible of my business. If it fits, we can do it. If it doesn't fit, we must equip, because this is the core of what we laid the foundation. This is our foundation. We've laid the foundation right on this rock. This rock is my vision. This rock is my core. We as a company will always stick to our core. If for some reason something comes across our path and it doesn't fit, we must acquit. We must abort. If it does not fit within our guidelines. Understand that, right? Because there's going to be a lot of temptations that come across your path, a lot of different ways for you to maneuver and make money and all this stuff. But you got to ask yourself, does it align? Everybody put in the comments below, align. Does it align with our core principles? And I can promise you this, guys, as long as you stay true to your core principles, you'll be just fine. If it doesn't fit, we must acquit. All right, so here's the good news. Once you have a clear core vision, you and your team can get as creative as you want within the boundaries of that vision. Once you and your team, do you see why this is so important? Like, too often we try to get creative before we get the vision. Once you have the vision, you want to write it down, make it plain, right? And then once you have your vision, you and your team get as creative as you want, as long as it's within the boundaries of your vision. Now, here's the question that you want to answer as it relates to this particular section, clarifying the core. What is the core of your long-term vision? What is the core of your long-term vision? So as you can see, as we were going through this Boss Vest teaching, this Boss Vest experience, where we are learning how to take ourselves from being an employee to an entrepreneur, where we're learning how to formulate and take something that's a concept and actually go into the implementation phase, we see that sometimes we may have skipped a few steps. How many of you guys would agree? I've been skipping a few steps. You know, I don't really even have a long-term vision. I mean, I'm doing business. I got a couple of sales here and there, but I don't have anything that guides my decisions other than, you know, my spiritual forces, right? But when you have here's the thing. Let me say this as well. If you follow a process and you actually put things into place in the beginning, you prepare yourself for growth. Many of us are still solopreneurs or single, whatever. You're a single person doing business, right? You're an entrepreneur, but you're self-employed. The reason why you're still self-employed after 5, 10, 15, 20 years, because you've never put something into place, a plan for you to grow. You've never put into place a plan for you to expand, right? And so all this time you've been working hard, and you work for yourself, but you haven't built an enterprise. Everybody put in the comments below, thank you so much, Darren. Sole proprietor. I couldn't even get the words out. Enterprise. Because this is the year, 2017, where we as a people, we who have all these great concepts that we're going to put into place and implement and bring to reality, this is the year that we own and control. And when you own and control, you're looking to build enterprise. You're looking to build enterprise. Why? Because you want to be able to employ other people to do the work, to free you up, free your time so you can go and find other things to do. Enterprise. So often we get caught up in I want to be an entrepreneur instead of I want to develop a business system. Right? And this is about the cash flow quadrants, right? We're stuck down here because, yes, we finally got away from our job and we are finally an entrepreneur, but we stop right there instead of going from entrepreneur to enterprise. Enterprise. We establish an enterprise where no matter whether we come or not, it continues to work. It continues to operate with or without us. That is if you thought that going from being an employee to an entrepreneur was a tough step, right? And many of us know that's a tough step. Going from here to enterprise is even tougher because now you got to get a whole bunch of stuff involved. Now you're talking about legal stuff. You're talking about everything that you see that a Coca-Cola or Walmart does. They got an enterprise. And you have to develop all of that, those systems into the business. You're going to have to start partnering with people. You're going to have to start trusting people. You're going to have to get a lawyer. You're going to have to get all these, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get a marketing team, a sales team. You got to land some big contracts. You got to show them that you mean business. And again, I said this yesterday, I'm going to continue to say this. We do not go into business to compete. We go into business to dominate. Everybody, I love that word, dominate. Everybody put in the comments, dominate. We go into business to dominate. So when Shauna says that I want to have a contract over all of the schools in Essex County, she is going there to dominate. Woo! Woo! All right. I'm sorry. Got a little carried away. Pardon me, you guy. So you want to clarify the core. You want to clarify the core. And you want to answer this. What is the core of your long-term vision? If your long-term includes building a team, if your long-term includes building an enterprise where you don't stop at being an entrepreneur, that's great. But you move into an enterprise. Woo! That Ric Flair just came out of me. We're going to do one more and then we'll stop it here. All right, we'll stop it here. 17. All right, you want to consider your vision's impact. You want to consider your vision's impact. All right. In this book, Slide Edge, Jeff Olson reveals only 5% of people experience fulfillment by the end of their lives. If entrepreneurship were simple, you would see far more success stories far more consistently. I have an exercise that will help you think through your semi-long-term aspirations and measure your commitment. You've considered what you want to accomplish decades from now, but I want you to think about your goals for the next 3, 5, and 10 years. Remember that integrity requires you to commit to a clear plan. To achieve your long-term desires, you need to articulate your semi-long-term goals. So now we're talking about you got your long-term vision. Now we want to start to plot out some goals along the way, right? Long-term vision is like 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. But now we're looking at, okay, what's my goals for year one? What's my goals for 3 years from now? What are my goals for 5 years from now? 3, 5, 10. We can do that too. That's cool. So you want to start to map out or write down your semi-long-term goals for the next 3, 5, and 10 years. Now this is very difficult. All right, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because many of us have a hard time thinking long-term. I mean, if you just ask them, what do you want to be in 10 years? It's gonna take them a while, a little bit to come up. You know, it's not like they thought about it last night. You know what do I want to be 10 years? But I'm telling you, when your dreams become your television, then telling somebody what your 10-year goal is from now is not going to be very difficult because you're already thinking about 10 years from now. You're already thinking about 5 years from now. You're already thinking about where you want to be next year. That's all you think about because your dreams or your future has become that important to you that you think about it all the time. You can't help but think about it because every day you're working on your future. Let me say that again. When your dreams become your television, when your dreams become that important to you that you're thinking about, like every day you got new ideas, every day you're inspired, every day you're working, you're doing your thing. All you're doing is thinking about your future, where you want to be, what needs to happen in your future. You're not thinking about your past no more. You consider it. I've been there, you know, okay, I did that, okay. Yeah, but you're thinking about your future. You're thinking about, yes, you're thinking about transferring something to your children. You're thinking about an enterprise that is, you're thinking about something that's bigger than you. How many guys would agree that my future is much bigger than me? And here's the reason why. Because you need to be, I say this all the time, you need to become the person of your future for you to have the things of your future. This thing, what you see in your business, you haven't become that person yet. That's why this is the journey. You're still becoming the person you're going to be in 10 years from now. And just think about where you're going to be. Now, don't just think about what you want 10 years. I want you to think about who you are going to become in 10 years. Let's start there. I know we're going through this business plan for Boss Fest, but you as an individual, you as a leader of your organization, you as the person that's come up with this concept, you that has this dream, you that have this vision, I want you to think about right now, who are you going to become in 3 years? Who are you going to become in 5 years? Who are you going to become in 10 years? Now, let's check this. I know who you want to become, but that's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you who you want to become. I asked you, who are you going to become? How do you check that? Okay, what am I doing now? And if I keep doing what I'm doing now, where does it take me? Let me say that again. I know where you may want to be, who you may want to become, but I'm asking you, who are you going to become? And the way that you can check that is seeing what you're doing now. And if you keep doing what you're doing now, where does it take you in 3 years? And if you don't like what you're doing now, you realize if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm not going to like where I'm going to be in 5 years. I'm not going to like where I'm going to be in 10 years. You have the opportunity right now to make a decision to change it. Absolutely. You can change today. Now, it's going to take a little time for you to really take that whole 180, right? But you can start the process of change. And I think you're doing that even by just being here with people who have a different mindset. You know, 19 people, how many people here, we think differently than the rest of the people because we decided to be here, right? So the hardest part sometimes is just showing up. Just being here, get you in a room of people that's going to be like, we're in the same boat. Let's just roll together. We're not going to be stuck out here in this ocean with everybody else. We're in the same boat. I got a paddle. You got a paddle. Let's get to work. Woo. So 3 years say, oh, you want to be financially independent. So let me ask you this, Ms. Esther. If you want to be financially independent in 3 years, are you doing the things necessary today where you can project out from what you are doing today that is going to lead you to financial independence in 3 years? It's a rhetorical question. That's something I want you to answer. I'm just asking for you to really think about that. Are there things that I'm doing right now in my life? If that's where I'm going, I need to do a self-analysis and say, well, what is it in my life right now that might be keeping me from that, right? Because there may be some hidden things that you've kind of hid in your closet, your little skeleton closet. Say, hey, I'm still doing this. And I know that this is not conducive to me getting to where I want to be in 3 years. I know where I feel like I'm going, but there's still a couple of things that I still ain't brought out the closet that still are weighing down on my finances, that are still weighing down on the decisions that I make, that are still vices in my life. And I don't want everybody to know them because everybody got some skeletons, but I got some skeletons and they're weighing down my finances. But I know that I want to be financially free in 3 years. And I know if I really want to get there, I want to escalate the process, I got to deal with this skeleton. I got to deal with this closet. That's for everybody. You got to deal with your closet. You may not be broadcast out. You may not put it in the chat. I don't want you to. I just want you to realize, yes, I know where I want to go. But if I really want to expedite the process, I got to clean out my closet. Okay? That's fair, right? I just a self-assessment. I'm going to clean out my closet. All right? Where was I, guys? You guys got me all off track. Woo! So take some time now to write down in 150 words or less where you want to be in 3 years, where you want to be in 5 years. So I want you to put in your notes, 3-year column, a 5-year column, and a 10-year column. And I just want you to take some time to freelance and write down where you want to be in 3 years, where you want to be in 5 years, and where you want to be in 10 years. So the 3 years might be a little easy, right? You say, I want to be hope. We don't do hope and strategy. Hope is not a strategy. So go ahead and knock that word right on out. We don't do hope in our plans. All right? You either going to be there or you're not. Now, if you don't get there, you can track your progress and see what went wrong, but we don't hope to be anywhere. I got a plan. In 3 years, I'm going to be revolving debt free. That's my goal. It ain't my hope goal, it's my goal. All right, so let's go ahead and cancel that word out. It is my goal. Now, whether I get there or not has a lot to do with my plan and how I execute my plan, but hope is not the strategy. Hope ain't even a goal. Hope got you started. Hope brought you here, but it's going to be your plan. It's going to be your goal, and it's going to be your execution or your implementation of that plan that's going to get you to where you want to be in 3 years. So 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. You want to take some time. That's really, I think this is going to be a lot of people's homework tonight. Because you really got to take, because I think many of us, we can't see, it's hard to see 10 years down the road. Like, how many of us have really thought about 10 years from now? I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, many of us have a hard time struggling day to day to be thinking about 10 years from now. But what I'm saying is if we just take a little time away from all the distractions and the white noise, we can actually really sit and just begin to imagine and begin to dream again and begin to fantasize again. Not fantasize about people, but fantasize about our very own life and where we want to take our family and our generation and our community. And just begin to imagine and dream and say to ourselves that, you know what, that's not too big. That is actually possible. And not only is it possible, it's possible for me. There's no way that these thoughts would come to me if it was not possible for me to accomplish it. So there must be something in me that's pulling me towards my dreams. There must be something that's in me that's pulling me towards my dreams. Forward thinking. Yeah, fantastic, man. That's absolutely phenomenal. So you want to work through this exercise alone and call a few trusted people and ask them to help you explore your concept goals. So in case you guys are wondering, when I say I have an exclusive where I'm going to help you with your strategy, this is some of the stuff that we're going to be doing. You're going to be able to talk to someone, hopefully that you trust in me. Hopefully you trust me enough. And we're going to actually start to actually plot this stuff out. That's part of what we're going to do. That's part of it, right? And ask them to explore your concept goals. Feel free to take a few days to thoroughly define your intentions. So here's the critical thinking question for tonight. And I think many of us are going to be doing some homework tonight. Would you agree? We're probably going to be doing this tonight. This probably takes precedence over some of the other stuff we thought. Or we're probably going to be doing it in the morning or whatever. You're going to get up a little early, maybe to really, if you're going to make this a priority, if you're going to make, this dream of yours, this concept of yours, this idea of yours, if you're going to really make it a priority, you're going to say, you know what, tonight I'm going to do a little homework. Or maybe I can't do it tonight, but tomorrow and first thing in the morning, that's going to be the first thing on my list to do. I'm going to set my alarm clock a little bit early. I know I want to sleep, but how can I sleep when I got this dream? That's crazy, right? How can I sleep when I got this dream? But it's not the dream that puts me to sleep. It's not a sobering dream. It's an inspiring dream. Everybody put that in the comments below. It's an inspiring dream. It's not a sober dream. It's not something that's melancholy. It's not something that I want to just dream about and dream about. No. It wakes me up because I see a dream and I see a vision for myself and I see a vision for my family. I see a vision for the community. It wakes me up. And as Vance Starkey said, it's not that I have a dream. It's that my dream now has me. It's that the dream has me. So how can I sleep when this dream has me? The dream is telling me to wake up, get out, and get something. Here's the question you want to ask yourself here. What future impact would you like to make? What future impact would you like to make? And I think, guys, as you guys think about that and you ask yourself, what impact do I really want to make in this world? And Shauna said it earlier. I know she probably stole that from me, dying empty. Maybe we both got it from Les Brown. I'm not quite sure. But what impact do you really want to make in this world? And for me, guys, once I made the decision that I was going to take significance over success. Let me repeat that again. I was going to choose for my life significance over success. I found that success comes with significance. But it was a decision. I wasn't chasing success. Success is a part of the fruits of your labor. I was chasing significance. And what is something that was significant that I could do with my life, that I could sacrifice my life, that I could give my life away to the benefit of others, that they would benefit from. And ultimately, because I was enriching others, ultimately because I'm a benefit, I hope, to be an asset to others, assets came to me. So what is it, the significance the future significance or the impact that you want to make. And I can guarantee you guys, if you choose significance over success, if you make significance your driving force, you'll find that success is not far behind. Significance. That's what we're missing in our community. People who are deciding that they want to be significant. People deciding that they want to make an impact, not just a monetary impact, not just cutting the check and forgetting about your people. I'm talking about that's going to be walking with you, riding with you, educating you, empowering you, lifting you up. Significance. There's a reason why our children are so drawn to entertainers and athletes, because they're the only one that's made any type of significance in their life. But what if the doctor took some time out from his busy schedule and started to make some incisions into the community? What if the lawyer took some time out and said, you know what? Today is the day I'm going to give back, and I'm going to do it on a regular basis. I'm going to do it on a consistent basis. What if, you know, our children saw them more often? I know they're busy. I know they got a job to do. But what if they put themselves in position where they own and control their own practices, where they could take a little time out to be significant? Not because of their title, not because of what they represent, but because of who they are and their willingness to give back. Well, guys, whew, what can you say? So, of course, tonight, right? Oh, look at this. We got some, we want to provide jobs and mentorship for ex-felons here in Raleigh. Fantastic. That is a worthwhile, that is a definitely a worthwhile goal. That's pretty stout. I can't really say much about that. Of course, I would start talking about a SMART goal, but I think that's a worthy ideal in itself. Of course, you can start to get more specific as you start to fill in the blanks there. But my question to you guys is this, man, and we do this for a reason. Number one, you know, it's my investment into you. I could set up coaching sessions. I can do all of that and make money, but it's not about that for me. I wanted to make sure that I could impart some of me into you, and part of what's in me is the stuff that I read. Change the way you think, and you can change your results in life. But then also, I like to know, what are your takeaways from tonight? What did you learn tonight? Because you're going to learn today, and I know you'll learn something. So I like for you to take a moment in the comments and put down what you learned tonight. Because if you didn't learn anything, there's no reason for me to come back tomorrow. I need to switch books. I need to flip the script because right now we're measuring, right? We're measuring our progress. So what did you learn tonight? And while you're typing, because I know I talk faster than you type, or I talk faster than Facebook feed comes in, I'll go ahead and do my little outro, and I'll wait on those comments to come in. But again, we went through the execution pipeline, a step-by-step guide on how you can turn your business idea from dreams to reality. This is our Boss Vest session. We're investing in bosses, future bosses, people that want to become, they're either an entrepreneur who's looking to start a business, or they're an entrepreneur who's looking to expand, become an enterprise. Boss Vest. This is another division of ERGJ Enterprise. And of course, tonight's episode is brought to you by True Detergent. True Detergent, black-owned and manufactured right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep. Give us a call at 678-851-2400. That's 678-851-2400. Need the website again to my website? 2400. I think you're talking about my website. 678-851-2400. Y'all throwing me off. Anyway, 101 ounce bottle for $15, 15 cents a wash. It's True Detergent, man. Here's the deal. You're going to wash your clothes anyway. So why not go ahead and give your brother and sister an opportunity to help you wash your clothes, right? Here's the deal. When you invest in True, you're investing in your community, because your dollar is circulating right back in your community. So we can preach all day, but are we going to begin to practice what we preach? And you can do that by getting your bottle of True. And matter of fact, if you get your bottle of True from me, it just happen to be in the Atlanta area, we make a transaction, 50% of your proceeds are going to go to the True Expansion Drive. I put my money where my mouth is, right? So I'm telling you guys, and I'm asking you guys to make a donation to this expansion drive so that True Products can bring their fragrance-free detergent and their fabric softener. They need our help. They're currently they got a $100,000 goal by March 18th. They got 25 days to go. They're currently at $14,000. Every other community that does a Kickstarter program like this, it takes them about 6 days to get $100,000. And the only reason I believe is because we just don't know. We think it's got to be something to it. No, it's really not. It's like a pledge. You make a pledge to help this company bring more products. When they bring more products, they expand. When they expand, they bring more jobs. They get more of our boys and girls off the streets. They get the veterans off the streets. They bring jobs into our community. What I'm saying is this: we can fix the problem in Flint if we just support our Black businesses. And we have the opportunity of a lifetime to support, to make donations, to contribute to a Black business that is expanding. In other words, they're growing. How many of you guys want to be a part of growth in your life? How many of you guys are saying that when I make an investment in something, whether I'm getting a return or not, I want that investment to be attached to growth? We have the opportunity, and dare I say, we have the obligation to practice what we preach. And you can do that with the True Brand. Then also you might be saying, hey, I love what we did tonight. And I began to write out my 3, my 5, my 10, my long-term goals, but I still need a little help. I need a little bit of coaching. I need a little bit of one-on-one. Well, that's why I created the session that we're going to have next Monday, which is Finance Your Own Freedom, where I'm going to help you individually as a group put together your plan to fire your boss, to get your exit strategy together, to talk about what you can do to establish some multiple streams of income to sustain you as you go chase your dream. How many of you guys are saying, I want to chase my dream? If I could just release the shackles that's on me right now, that's taking up all of my time, all of my resources, all of my energy, I don't have time to chase my dream. Well, what if that was no longer an excuse because you put a plan together? That's what you have the opportunity to do. I'm only doing it for 20 students because it's got to be an intimate setting where we can actually get into your personal stuff. And start to dig out all that stuff that don't need to be there no more. It is gonna be a workshop. So if you're saying I need that, you coming to work, and we're gonna go to work. And then also we have the fantasy stock market game that's coming up. We're gonna be doing that at the beginning of March. I wanted to go ahead and put it out that way people could begin to sign up for it or sign up for Club Millie so that you can actually get it. But we're gonna be having fun learning about the stock market. And you got the opportunity to participate with us as well. But let me go read some of these comments and see what you guys learned tonight. Miss Berry says she learned that I have progressed more towards my dreams than I thought. Oh, fantastic. T-Bone said progress in short-term goals, short and long-term goals. Absolutely. I learned to clarify the core. Ooh. I learned to clarify the core. You learned to clarify the core of a long-term vision. Mr. Gordon said, Mr. X himself said, I prioritize every level of your goal. Ms. Smith said, identify long-term goals and clarify the core of a long-term vision. Ms. Barry said, I want to chase my dream. Ms. Field says, tonight's session was awesome. I learned tonight that my vision provides the framework for the mission, and the mission provides the framework for my strategy. Fantastic, guys. Well, hey, that's our time tonight on the new Black Wall Street Virtual Book Club, the Night Shift. One of my long-term goals, and to let you guys know, it's really becoming a short-term goal, is to establish New Black Wall Street Television, where we can actually bring programming like this that's going to empower our community, and we can get the filth out from in front of us, and we get programming like this in front of us. And I just believe that we do something like that, we change the game, and we cut out all of those big wigs, and we have our own place so we can go to empower one another. That's what's coming down the pike. That's what I have my dream set on. That's what I'm working on very diligently to bring to the village. Well, guys, it's ERGJ, your certified financial educator, founder of New Black Wall Street. I want to thank you so much for your time tonight. And I want to say this, guys, that you definitely can do the things that you want to do. You must become the person of your dreams in order to have the things of your dreams. Again, let me say that again. You must become the person of your dreams so that you can have the things of your dreams. Remember this, guys, it takes a village, but it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. Have a good night.
Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of the New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.